Hello. Well, welcome one and all. So a funny thing happened, as things are, funny things happen. I was talking with a fellow I met years ago through bulletin board things, and he told me that some people he knows found some, I don't know if they're cartridges or discs for the Commodore 64, but they don't have a Commodore 64, and they are interested in getting one. So he asked me. Now, I have not, I really haven't sold or gotten rid of much of anything. Mostly what I do, or what I have done, is sell little bits and pieces to help people with their projects, machines. Like I disassemble keyboards and sell keys. Because, if you're living in outer Mongolia and you have a Commodore 64 and you broke off the escape key, what are you going to do? But this is different because basically what I'm going to try and do is sort through things and find a Commodore 64, which I know I have, and a 1541 disk drive, which we all know I have a lot, and a monitor, and of course power supply, and a serial cable, and joysticks, because they want to play. So, my aim is to find a Commodore 64, and I will test it, thoroughly test it, burn it in, make sure it's all happy. The main thing, of course, because they want to do games, I want to make sure that the SID chip is working, so they can hear the magical noises, music, whatever is of the Commodore 64. And a lot of SID chips are okay, but a lot have gone bad. And yeah, so Commodore 64 power supply, monitor with a monitor cable, and it will of course be one that plugs into the back to make use of the Chroma and Luma video. I'll also but I have monitors. I'll make sure that whatever one it is, the volume control is not like kind of stuck and noisy and like stupid, as they sometimes get, as the potentiometers for the volume control sometimes get a little cranky. And joysticks, I'll try and find two, of course, that work, and even better, two that match. Can I do all that? Well, I think so. I don't know right now, but I think I can. I certainly have enough parts and stuff around. Oh, I see. The last time I was here, I was playing Amiga Race on the Vic-20. How magical. Great game, Amiga Race. Great game. I was never the best at it, but I love it. Maybe because I was never the best at it. So, I am going to set this down. That's a Vic-20. I'm going to turn on things here. Make sure I have things that are happy here. Oh, and I think, what's going on here? Oh, right. If you don't plug the video cable in, nothing will appear on the monitor.
That was easy.
So, okay. And always, make sure when you plug things in, that the power is off. The chances of doing damage are minuscule, but it happens. So, okay. So we have a Commodore 64 that is in front of me, and it's working. It is, of course, missing the F7 key. But I think what I want to do, in terms of what I'm going to find for them, I think I'm going to look for more of the original. This is a white one with the funky case. I think I'm going to look for an original brown with a matching disk drive, which matches the monitor, etc., etc., etc. So just bear with me as I go over. See, beside the pool table here, I have boxes. And I have things that I have tested. And I've marked things. For example, this has RAM trouble, so this is already not one to consider. Let me go over it a little farther. And here we have, well, it's alright. Screen flickers, no 1541 test. Oh, no sound. See? It is good to make notes. Screen flickers. Well, perhaps not the best choice. Let's see here. I know there are others. Many. Oh, I can see them. It's just I've got other pieces of cases around. The other thing I do want to make sure is that whatever I give them is pretty clean. This looks pretty clean. What's it say? Screen jumps. Oh dear. Dead. Alright. That may not be the best choice. What do we have here? Tiny screen flicker. Dead. We're doing well. Oh, there's another one here. Powers up, funny Russian. Powers up, funny Russian. 1541. Character scrambled. Scrambled. Not good. Alright. So obviously, that batch is not helpful. If you've heard of Fibber McGee's Closet, you perhaps know what I'm going. Oh, look at that. There's a whole bunch of Vic-20s. Isn't that grand? So, yeah. So out of those that I thought maybe there was a possibility, there is not. What does this say? This says nothing. It is missing the logo thing, but that, otherwise it's not bad. But there's nothing to say can't swap out the top. But does it work? I don't know. I really should start a database so I can keep track of what's what. I turn it on. Oh, it comes up. Although not as clean as I would like. But it does seem to be functioning. So that is a good sign, I think. But there are many others to look at. Oh. Okay. It seems I checked out a lot of things 4 years ago. This one powers up, no SID sound, dirty. Yeah, this is kind of a piece together thing. It is dirty. It's white, but it's dirty. And it's the keyboard is not the original. Does that matter? Not really. But I'll keep that one in mind. See, over the years from time to time I have even sold SID. Oh. Made in Canada. This looks pretty nice. Ooh, this is an old one. I don't know if you can see, but the logos on this one are old. It also was officially made in Canada. You can tell because, of course, they stuck this special sticker on underneath the other sticker. Very official. But it doesn't have a particularly low serial number. But let's see what happens. Oh dear. You remember I'm trying to get organized, right? Yeah. Trying being the operative word. Always make sure the power switch is off. I will turn this old relic on. The screen jumps. It comes alive. Cool. It's funny though, right now the monitor thing I have plugged in is going in the front. I have to find another cable to plug in the back, but the earlier the 64, I find, the worse the display is on the 17, or plugged in through the front. Oh. My notes on what's wrong. Anyway, this one comes up. What I really need to do is, I guess, get a bunch of possibilities ready. This is a possibility. This too is a possibility. But I kind of like the old logo, which really never caught on, the funny 64 number thing. But it is possible because it is working. That makes it possible. Oh, I see what I'm doing. No, I don't. Well, up here on top of the monitor is another Commodore 64. Not shocking that that would be there. So, let's see what this one says. Works okay, but no color. Dirty keyboard, old 64, dirty sound okay. And this one, let's see. Color would be important. I suspect that might be the video chip. Shocking. Let's turn it on. Yep. Oh man. It's funny though. It doesn't have color, but boy does it put up a nice, pretty, really nice, crisp thing on the screen. Well, that too is a possible possibility. So I'll put it back on the monitor. You wonder, you know what, we've been talking about how many 1541s I have. How many Commodore 64s are there? Well, as with many things here, the answer is quite simply, I don't know. Here is a 64, it's missing the 9 key. What does it say? Work, sound okay, cartridge okay, keyboard 9 plus 0 key. Oh, the 0 key is missing a spring. Actually, this one's not bad. It is white. Does that matter? No, not really. mean, I'm looking for, I think, the traditional brown. But, you know. So the power switch is off. I will apply power. I will turn it on. Oh, it comes up very beautiful. And yes, the 0 key is down. And the 0 appears on the screen. And it actually keeps other things from working because it's tying up things. If I take a screwdriver and stick it underneath there, oh, now the number 9 key. Okay, so this is also potentially possible. So, put that one up on top of the monitor, if it will sit there. It seems to be okay. So, let's see here. Here we have another 64. Kind of dirty. What's it say? It says nothing. Oh. But this one, who knows? I might have sold this. This came from Electronics 2001. A store in Toronto. So, we will check as we gather the possible possibilities. And we turn this on, and we wait. And we see nothing. That's not good. So we turn this on, and we wait. And we see the screen flashes, but nothing appears. So, as this is not a good possibility, I will put it over here with the others that seem not to be working. So, let's see here. Oh. Aha. Okay, here we have 2 that I will not try right now because I see they are missing a couple of chips. These could have been ones that ended up being donors for other people who needed SID chips. So, I will carefully put them with these other bits and pieces. And look, there's one I found without a keyboard. So, what's this? Okay. Questionable. So we'll go back over here. And right now I see there are more for me to look at. Oh, here's one. Oh, it looks mighty clean. What does it say? It says nothing. All right. We'll turn it on. The screen, it flickers. Ooh. It comes up and it has a very lovely screen. The keyboard seems nice. One thing I noticed, and I'm not sure that it matters, is the bottom and the top look to be a slightly different tone of brown. But it does seem quite nice. And somewhat early, I think, made in the USA. It's missing its little feet. I'm not sure if that is an issue. This one is cosmetically perhaps the best of the bunch, except, of course, that the brown and the brown are not exactly the same. Does it matter? Good question. I'm going to put that one up here on this pile of 1541s, saying that that one is potentially really good. What is this? Works. No sound. Did I already test this one? I think I did. It sounds awfully familiar. But, you know, we'll plug it in. See, actually, this is one of the power supplies. It only has 4 pins, which is a beautiful thing, except it is possible to plug it in the wrong way. You must always make sure that that witness mark, that little groove, is at the top. What do we have? Oh, yeah, comes up. Okay. Possibly possible. But it does, anyway, it does not have the original keyboard on it. I'll put that on top of the other. There are now 3 64s on top of the 1701. Now, here we have an interesting situation. We have a printer sitting on top of other things, preventing me from getting at other things. Oh dear. Oh me. Oh my. So. Okay. Now here is a somewhat yellowed, not terribly, but somewhat yellowed and dirty 64. The power is off. So you ask yourself, how many 64s do I have? I don't know. So I turn this on, it comes up. Now something is not right here. The space bar is running. Or maybe it's a cursor key. Something is funny. The cursor is just running. If I press run stop, it stops. Well, interesting. Another potential possible. Maybe for the innards. Who knows. Anyway, it comes up okay. I'm running out of places to put things. I really don't want to drop something. That's going to just slide. That's no good. Alright, I'm going to put this on top of the typewriter. Yes, no, it's sliding. Okay. I'll just set it here. And look. Okay, so. Oh, here we have another one. No sound. Old logo. Pretty clean. It's funny, and it just says Commodore. I don't know if you can see, but someone has written 64. So, serial number, well, you know, I mean, for when they made millions, I guess it's pretty low. But, you know, not incredibly low. Oh, okay, and this one, oh, it is older. It has a 5-pin video connector. They did often go to 8, but thankfully the cable I have has 5. Let's turn it on. Yeah, it's early. As the tube, just the one video signal, looks pretty, well, not great. But it is working, which is good. But certainly it would need a SID chip, I suspect. Let me look over here. There's a keyboard. Oh. Thankfully, though I moved those, there's a little space to get my foot through here. And I see another Commodore 64. Works, but old 64 cartridge works. Keyboard dirty, yellowed. Yeah, it is. Okay. But does it work? Power switch off. Yep, comes up. One thing I did say, of course, is I gotta make sure that whatever goes to them, assuming it goes through, the SID chip must work. Now this is interesting. There is no power LED, at least on the outside. Something shaking around inside. Oh, this one has never been opened. It still has the warranty sticker in place. How magical. Made in Canada. Looks like an oldie. And also a 5-pin video connector. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it comes up, and boy, once again, that early video is not pretty. Alright, that will not sit there. Will it sit there? Not really. Oh, there. So, we have some potentials. Did I see another? I would be shocked if I didn't see another of some sort, somehow. Okay. There must be, oh, I see one over there. I can't get, oh, there's others. Oh, I can't get at all those right now. But so begins the project of actually selling a Commodore 64. Imagine. So I have some potentials, but I have some testing to do. I do believe that out in the hall I have a cartridge that I got, which is supposed to test everything, and mostly I want to hear if the sound chip is doing all its 4 voices. So we shall continue with this epic project of perhaps helping somebody regain their youthful enthusiasm playing whatever games it is they have on the Commodore 64. So, until we meet again.